All right, Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. Go a little far on that one?
No, because I'm not talking about moral equivalence of the people. I'm talking about the end result. If the Nazis had defeated us, then America as we know it would have disappeared. If the Soviet Union had defeated us, the America as we know it would have disappeared. I argue in this book, and I think it's a pretty reasoned and compelling argument, that the fact is the values of a secular socialist movement are antithetical. And you hear it from President Obama all the time. You know, we're a country that says we're endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. The secular socialist left doesn't want God anywhere in public life and doesn't want to acknowledge God anywhere in public life, to such a degree that the Democratic candidate for the Senate in Massachusetts said, maybe if you're Catholic, you shouldn't work in an emergency room. Okay, well, that's a fairly radical statement. Similarly, we believed historically you get to go out and work as hard as you want, you get to dream as big as you want, and then you get to keep it. Now you have a president who says openly, you know, some people make too much money and maybe he should decide. Now, I mean, his idea of redistribution is that politicians decide how much you ought to get to keep of what you earn. I think that's a fundamentally different America.
What in your thesis? What's worse, the secular or the socialist?
Oh, I think they're intimately tied together. I think that you can't build a socialist country without being secular. Although, if you ask me to choose, I think the drive of the secularist to eliminate God from American life is a much greater long-term danger, because freedom is built on faith. And the fact is, this country's deepest beliefs start with the idea that power comes from God to you personally, and then you loan power to the state. The state is not the center of power. You are. And that's different than any other country in the world. It's different than all the European countries, which is why, frankly, having a European-style socialist movement in this country is so undermining of the American tradition.